resume. Okay, so as I was saying, so they keep scaling it. So once there is no engagement, when they show it to a certain percentage and there is no engagement, your content start going down. This same principle is what also governs advertisement. Okay, so that's what one of the things we explained in the last section. So now I talked about ad structure the last time. I also talked about ad structure where I say we have the campaign, the ad set, and the ads. I think I mentioned that in the last section. So then we also talk about the goal of the platform, that the goal of the platform is that people should keep engaging on the platform. That is their goal. So, and once you create content that always get people engaged on the platform, your reward for always bringing content that get people engaged on the platform is visibility. We also mentioned that in the last section. Then user intent, the reason why people come to Facebook, the reason why people come to Instagram. And we say that the reason why people come to the platform, the reason of buying is when they scale. There was a survey that was done of why people come to the Facebook platform. And the survey showed before COVID, it was 0, which means the reason why people come to Facebook to buy, the reason why people come to buy things, they gave different reasons. Reason of coming to Facebook is to buy something. Reason of coming to Facebook is to be entertained. Reason of coming to Facebook because I'm bored. I just want to look for something to get me entertained and all of that. And coming to buy something, before COVID, coming to buy something was 0. But after COVID, coming to buy something rose to like 1%. So what that means is that the reason, if you join all the 2 billion followers of Facebook together, the reason why all of them come to Facebook, those who actually come to Facebook to buy something, the percentage is just 1%. So what I tell you is that the reason majority of people come to the Facebook platform is not to buy things. That's just the point I want you to take note of. They don't come to the Facebook platform to buy things. Majority of people don't come there to buy things. They want to be entertained. They want to be educated. They want to be motivated. These are the common reasons. Entertainment is the major reason why most persons come to the platform. Well, after all, it's called social media platform, to be socialized, okay? So that is the reason why they come to the platform. So having known this now, so the next stage or the next thing we need to, so we now moved on. So component of an ad, which is almost the same thing as ad structure. Component of an ad, I've said that the component of an ad is campaign, ad set, and ad. I know some of you don't have basic understanding of this before, might be a bit confused, but I would explain when we move to the practical. Okay, component of an ad is 3. We have ad, we have campaign, we have ad set, and we have ad. These are the components of an ad. So take note of that. And when you talk about ad, Facebook ad platform, the structure, this is what I say the structure should be, where you have one campaign, ad set, and ad. These are the things I say, some of the things I mentioned in the previous class, okay? Then let me also use the opportunity. I don't know if I covered this in the last section, but let me just mention this here. You need to take note of it, that when you are writing, okay, let's go practical, then I'll come back to explain this. I think that will help us to understand it better. So at this point, any question before I will move practical? Any question? Questions? Okay, so just joining. Who is this Chris, by the way? Chris, can you please introduce yourself, because I can't really remember which of the Chris. All right, so okay. How come you are coming late? We even started the class late, but still you still came in late. Well, we didn't really do much. I don't know whether you were there in the last class. I was just some of the things we have done in the previous class. That's what I was just explaining. Okay, so I have not really done anything new today. Okay, so this is my Facebook account. This is my profile. Who is cooking, please? Who is cooking? I'm hearing pots and plates everywhere. Okay, so back to the point. So this is my Facebook profile. Okay, this is my Facebook profile. This, you see, is my Facebook profile. Now, on my Facebook profile, I have pages. These are pages that I have access to, either the ones that belong to me, my organization, or maybe customers page. These are different pages. Okay, so the first thing first, by having a profile, it gives me opportunity to creating a page. Okay, so I could actually create a page by putting the name of the page, the category of the page, and the information of the page. So this is how you create a page. So you type in the name, you give it the category, which is real estate. The business I'm using the page for falls under real estate, right? Or property, like it's there. So I select either a property, let's say property company, right? Then I come here and I type some things about my business, okay? Then I click on create page, then the page is created. So that is how you create a page, okay? So that is for that aspect. So that is for page. So, but these I can do because I have a profile, okay? It is actually a business profile, but this is a profile. Because I have a profile, I can like, comment, and share some of the things people have posted, right? So these are the things that are available here. Okay, so, but what if I want to run ad? What if I want to run ad? What am I supposed to do if I want to run ad? What is really an ad? Now let's look for ad. This thing I see here is an ad. This, you can see sponsored written on it. This is an ad. And the company name is Udemy, right? This is an ad. Okay, let me see if I'll see another ad. So the ads are part of, this is what we refer to as your feed. This is my feed, ad showing on my feed. This part is known as your feed, right? So these are posts from people or pages of people I follow, okay? But this one is an ad. Let's see if we'll see another ad. Let's scroll. This is a post. I think this is an ad, Grammarly. This is an ad from Grammarly, okay? So let's go on. This is also an ad, African Marketing Confederation. This is an ad also, okay? This is what refers to as carousel ad, because I can scroll the ad to see more different images. We refer to this as carousel, okay? So this is an ad. This is a post from a page, okay? So you need to understand it. And sometimes you will also see ad on this right-hand side. This right-hand side, you will also see ad, okay? But the ad that you can see here are only available on a system. It's only when you're on the laptop you can see ad this side. So this right-hand side, okay? Please let me make one thing clear. This class is only for either people who are coming for the conference, who have paid for the conference, or coming for the or only paid for this particular class. You are either coming, you are paid for the conference, or you paid for only this class. So you are not meant to share the link. If I take out my time, I will know who is joining through someone else's link, okay? So don't share the link with anybody outside. I'm seeing a lot of people who are trying to join, and I know some of them from the names I see, they are not meant to be in this training. So I repeat again, don't share the link. Thank you. Let's proceed. So back to, so these are different. Okay, this one too, even as big as Google, they are also advertising. Okay, this is a Google ad. Google advertising their ad platform on Facebook. Reach customer online with Facebook ad. Sorry, Google ad. Start now with $300. You can see the reason why sometimes I feel reluctant in teaching realtors running Google ad, because you can see where they are telling you start now with $300. How much is $300 now, and how many persons are willing to spend up to $300 in an ad? Okay, they're even giving you this figure because that is more or less almost like the average or minimum, I would say. Okay, so this is an ad. So the way you are seeing this ad now, that's how other persons are seeing your ad when you are running your ad. So let's settle that aspect. So I believe that aspect has been covered. Okay, now let's move to the next point. Now, if I really want to, so now for me to run ad, in that previous class where we had that class, I mentioned that there are two links to Facebook. We have the one we call business, and we have the one you go through by going to facebook.com. So if I go to facebook.com, I would see my profile. If I go to facebook.com, I will see my profile. Or if I'm using a phone, I can just, if I'm using a phone, what I just need to do, my Facebook profile information, then I have accessed the account. Okay, so those are the two things you need to take note of. So, but outside that, what if I want to go to the business interface? How do I access the business interface? On my system, the business interface is not created for my phone. Take note, the business interface is not created for my phone. So for me to access the business interface, I need to go to business.facebook.com. Can you see what I type here? business.facebook.com. Then I press enter. Then I wait for it to load. I press enter, wait for it to load. I wait for it to load, then it opens up for me as well. Okay, so this is where it takes me to. So this is my business interface, which is also known as the Meta Business Suite. You can see the word business there. It is also known as Meta Business Suite. So that is how to access the business interface. But if you don't already have an account, if you type business.facebook.com, it's likely going to take you to overview. If you don't have an account already, or in case you want to create a business suite account, this is how you access it. So it's type business.facebook.com/overview. That is what you type. business.facebook.com/overview. So that's one part to take note of. So the next thing is, so in case I want to create an account, you can see create an account. When you click on create an account, it will ask you for your business name and account name. So you first of all type the name you want to use for the business account. Then you now type the name you are already using on Facebook. Then you now type the email address you want to use, preferably the email you're already using on Facebook. Okay, so when you fill this information, you click on submit, then Facebook is going to send you an email to the email you typed here. Okay, so let's say this is the email I want to use. My name is already there. Then what is my business name? Let's say Asaba Real Estate. Let's say that is the name. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay, sorry. So I put in the name, then, but normally you are not supposed to use all capital letter. So if I must use anything, I'll use as Real Estate, right? So I can make the first letter of each word capital letter, but everyone must not be capital letter. Then I will now click on submit, then they will send an email to me, but I've used this email and all of that before, so I can repeat the process. So, but when they send me an email, I will now go to that email and click on confirm. Then it will take me back to the Facebook platform where I will now be told to fill the remaining information. So that is how you create your business. So you say create business portfolio in Business Manager, right? So that is how you create a business account on Facebook. Question. First thing I want to accomplish is this, showing you how to create a business account on Facebook, which I've shown you already. Why for some person, they did not create it by themselves. The platform automatically created it for them. So take note of, for some of you, you may not have created the account before, but you've noticed that if you go to facebook.com, business.facebook.com, you will notice that you already have an account and it's going to take you to the Meta Business Suite. Some of you, that's what you are going to see. Don't panic, don't say, how come I already have an account? Okay, that is what is on. For some persons, they didn't create it by themselves, they just saw it there, right? So take note of that. So from there, you can even see comments. The app that we are running for this conference, you can see the comments some people have made and all of that, okay? So take note of that. So that is one aspect when it comes to creating a business account or setting up your account. Okay, so questions before we move to the next phase. How many of you are with your system? Let me even ask, how many of you are sitting in front of your system and you have internet on you? Let me know how many people can follow us or follow me step by step as we proceed. And your internet is strong, not the one it will load forever. Okay, Shuk say yes. Okay, that is good. Are you on this interface currently? Is it only Shuk that has internet? Liberty, you know, I'm always mentioning your name. I might not know you in person, but we've had a chat before and you are committed to my hand. Let me put it that way. What is his name? Mr. Val. Say I should make sure you follow through the class. So that's why I see me mentioning your name. So who else has their system in front of them? So let me, I'm with my system, okay? That is good. That is Liberty. Who else? Who else? Okay. Yes, iPhone too, okay. So have you opened this interface? That is it the same interface I see? You are free to. I prefer my classes being very interactive, especially when it's a practical class. If you are in a place where you can even on your camera, I'll prefer that, okay? But if you're in a place where you can't do that, it's fine as well. Okay, so because at some point, sometimes I can even tell you to share your own screen. Let me see what you are having on your screen, stuff like that. Okay, so back to what I was saying. For those who have their system with them, how many of you are on this my interface, the same interface? What I see, what you see on my screen is what you are seeing, which is this Meta Business Suite, especially this Meta Business Suite. You can see the same thing indicates either unmute yourself and respond or just type your response.
Yes, sir. I am in the same page with you, sir. Where you are now is where I am now. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Liberty, and I don't know, this Madam Land Majesty. I guess you're the one using iPhone. Her tag name is iPhone. Are you on the same interface with me, madam? I am in the same page, sir. Okay, Liberty says she's in the same page. Madam Land Majesty, are you on the same page? Is she hearing me at all, or she's offline? Because of time, I will have to proceed. Now that we're on this interface, the next thing is at the left-hand side of the screen, you are going to see all tools. Okay, you can, and I prefer when working on a system, when I want to run ad, I prefer using mouse, but I'm going to explain as we proceed why you need a mouse. There are some places you can easily scroll when you are not using a mouse. So you might not have mouse this night, but try and get a mouse, either wireless or wired. Okay, it's very good for you. Take note of that. So you see home, notification, inbox, blah, blah, blah. You see all of this. Towards the bottom, you see all tools. So I click on all tools. When you click on all tools, you wait for it to load. So these are different business tools, which ordinarily you don't have access to if you are on the normal Facebook interface. But when you look here now, you see different tools, engagements or engage audience, content for engaging audience, inboxes, lead center, live dashboard, which is if you want to go live, page post, planner, sound collection. So if you want to put something and add sound, everything is here for you. Then when you now talk about advertisement, everything you need for advertisement is here. You see ad page, ad limit per page, ads manager, audience, automated rules, creative hub. So you see different things here, okay? So you can see management, you see bills, billing and payment. If I want to fund my ad account, these are the places I come to, okay? So take note of this. Now, but if I want to run ad now, where am I supposed to go to, okay? I'm supposed to go to my ads manager, like the name implies, ads manager. Sometimes it is easy to learn some of these things, even if you know how to interpret the name, because most of the time in programming, you always advise use descriptive names. When we teach programming, when you're telling somebody to build an application, your menu should have descriptive name, in the sense that when somebody see the name alone, the name can tell them what that thing might likely stand for. So when you hear the word ads manager, the word ad stands for advertisement. And what the manager say, advertisement manager, that is the section where you manage all your advertisements from. That's what it means. Like the name implied, below it you have audience. Now what audience means is that the people that you want to see your ad, or the people that are engaging with your post on your page. That's what we mean by audience, okay? So the most things you likely use here more when it comes to advertisement is this section from this advert down to this point. That is the things you use more. Then the other thing you likely be using is the billing and payment, where you have to go and add money to your ad account. That's all, okay? So take note of that. Advertisement, then you come to manage, then you see billing and payment. Those are the things you would be using more often, all right? So take note of that. So I click on the advertisement manager. It will open on a new tab. This act of always opening on a new tab, that is one of the reasons why the thing is not even compatible to phone. I'm not saying, I know so that people had the root issue how to run ad with your mobile phone. Can you do that? Yes, but is it comfortable? The answer is no, okay? So take note of that. Take note of that, that it's not really that comfortable running ad with your phone. Okay, so let's understand that aspect first. Now, I'm waiting, mine is still loading. So I've clicked on Ads Manager and it's still loading. So I have different ads accounts, because when you click on Ads Manager, it takes you to your campaign section where you have, if you can see my screen very well, you can see where my mouse is. You see a place that says Imaginative Innovators, right? This is where my ads accounts are. Now, when I click, all these are my ads account. These are different ad accounts where I run ad from, the different accounts I use in running ad, which means this is either of the places I pay money into when I want to run ads. That is what I mean by my ads accounts. Okay, so I can just select the one I want to use and I start the ad from there. Okay, so take note of that. Let's say I pick this. Okay, all right, so now looking at this interface, looking at this interface you see here, you see create, the most important. I'm just going to be explaining the most vital things that you should be focusing on. Now you see here that says, first of all, you see campaign, you see, okay, still loading before, you see campaign, you see ad sets, you see ads. These are the two things you see, campaign, ad set, ads. Now, what does this really mean? There's what we call campaign. And earlier I mentioned that every Facebook ad, not in fact, every online ad platform has what we call campaign, has what we call ad set. Though the name might differ, but campaign remain consistent on all platforms. But ad sets differ. For for Google, for example, you call it well, I can't recall the name that is called again, but there's a different name for it when you go to this thing. Okay, so you have your ad, but when we say campaign, what we mean is that what is your objective? Every campaign has an objective. So this is where you plan your objective from. Okay, so what objective do you need? I want to generate lead is one objective. Okay, I want to as I lead, what else? I want people to message me. Message is an objective. I have a website. I want many people to be visiting my website so that they will see the properties or the products that I have there. That is an objective. I want people to watch my video. That is an objective. But each campaign can only have one objective. Okay? Each campaign can only have one objective. Each campaign can only have one objective. So take note of that. So if each campaign can only have one objective, on a norm, what are the number of campaigns I am supposed to always run? Okay? As a business, as a realtor, you must always run 3 campaigns at all time. And I'm going to list them. The one campaign you should always run that should never come to an end is what we call the visibility campaign. What do I mean by visibility campaign? That is the campaign that gets you known. That is the campaign that gets you seen. That is the campaign that people will always see. People like some company, you keep seeing their advert almost every day. Okay. Now, and the next thing is what type of content should I use for my visibility campaign? The type of content you should use for your visibility campaign should not be a product. For you, those of you that are in real estate now, it should not be an estate video, should not be an estate flyer. Okay, so you could use an educational content for your visibility campaign. You could, like I was in the office of the Surveyor General today, I was in the office of the Director of GIS and Mapping today. Now, there are some things we discussed that already got to mean that, okay, I think for some of my clients that I consult for, that we are the one that is in charge of creating content and everything for them, right? One of the things I would have loved to do is to use those some of the topics of our conversation and use them as content. Okay, and not just use them as content. When we create those content, we'll not use it to run ad. Like some days ago, in one of the previous classes, I mentioned that I had a customer having a conversation with one of my residents, was asking her about if Ibuzo is a Saba, or if it's a local government, if Ibuzo is the name of a local government and all of that. So they were trying to explain the capital territory, the state capital territory, and so on. Okay, so even some of you who are realtor, I believe, does not even know what makes up the Delta State Capital Territory. Delta State Capital Territory is made up of 2 local governments, which is Aneosha North and Aneosha South. Ibuzo and Okpanam are in the same local government. Okay, so things like that. So the point I am trying to make is that the content for visibility ad should not be about the product. The content for visibility ad should be something that somebody will see and will say, oh, wow, I like this person. This person knows his onion. Though I am not ready to buy land or house now, but anytime I need a house or land, this is the person I'm going to contact. That's what we mean by your visibility ad. Your visibility ad position you in a place of authority. Your visibility ad makes people to trust you. Your visibility ad give people confidence, get more people to know you, get more people to find you, get more people to know about you. That's what we mean by visibility. You become visible. You can't be too visible if you don't run ad. And if you are only running product ad, people will always run away from your ad. How many of you have watched, you know that this thing is an ad, but things look interesting, you start watching it before? I believe some of you must have had that experience. You know that this thing is an ad, but you are watching it. Why? Because you enjoy what they are saying or what they are doing. Okay, so like back then when GT came up with this star 737, I know normally when an ad is showing on television, you skip, but then we don't skip because my daughter loved it, so we don't skip it. Okay, she danced with it. Okay, so that is the thing. So there are some ads, you know this thing is an ad, but you don't skip. But that thing, even as a little girl, she knows that code very well. Star 737. Okay, so the point I am trying to make here is that you need to create content and you need to run ad with them. So that is the first type of ad. The second type of ad you should run is the engagement ad. Engagement ad, kind of ad that people will ask you questions. Okay, engagement ad should be case study. Engagement ad could be testimonials. Engagement ad could be location-based ad, where you just like the ad I talked about, the video I said I was going to be creating, where I talked about the what do you call it, the state capital territory, right? So that is it. And some of the things that are happening within the real estate sector, like those of you who have properties around the in Asaba here, those of you who have properties around the behind the airport, some of you are aware of what is happening around the airport area, how the second Niger bridge has run through some estate. Even when you go to Lagos, it's the same thing. The coastal road has cut some people's estate into two. So the coastal road has destroyed there. Some people don't even have estate before. And there are a lot of estates I know along that coastal road route that have been sold out long ago. People were waiting for the property to appreciate and all of that. Okay, so these are part of the reason why you need to know about the what do you call it? The master plan of a city before you start selling or buying land anywhere. Okay, so these are some of the things, because sometimes some of you only mention when you say what are the things to consider when buying property, you don't mention the need to understand the what do you call, the master plan of the city. You don't mention those, but that is a very vital thing, because that is where you are going to know where the road would follow. Because I was talking to a realtor and even one of the staff from the Ministry of Land today, and she were like, the second Niger road was diverted to, as at the time they started their estate, they checked for where the second Niger road was going to pass, and it didn't affect them. But later they adjusted it, and it now affected their own estate, something like that. So these are some of the things. So you need to create content. Okay? So, and this type of content, now what it will do for you is that it will get people to start asking you questions. Okay? Let people ask you questions. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? So it is also an ad, not just creating the content and posting it like that. Use it to run ad. That's the point I'm making. All right. So then the third type of ad is now the sales ad. The sales ad is the one you run where you now have to use product ad. The ideal thing to do is this. When you are running the visibility ad, you target, the audience you target should be very large. You do what you call broad audience targeting. The broad audience, which means I can target the entire Nigeria, for example, or maybe I might want to target the major cities in Nigeria. I target Abuja, I target Port Harcourt, I target Asaba, I target maybe all the state capitals that I know that the people that I want to sell property to will likely be living. Okay, So I target all of those locations. Take note of that. Then my audience could be up to maybe 30 million, right? It could be up to maybe 40 million, 50 million, 20 million, 10 million, right? I could target those people. Take note of this, please. I'll target these people. And now, when I target these people, I just want them to engage with that ad. That is all. So now, when I now want to run my engagement ad, let's say I targeted 10 million persons, right? 10M. I target 10M. Please, everybody, I hope you are paying attention and you are listening. Let me even ask, are they following at all? I'm just talking to myself.
We are listening, sir. We are listening.
Yes, sir, we do.
All right. Okay. So now back to what I was saying. So if you target 10 million persons for the first ad, if you target 10 million persons for the first ad, now all of these 10 million persons you targeted does not mean that all of them would engage with your ad or will click on your ad. That is another thing you need to take note of. So out of this 10 million, let's say you are very good with your ad. Out of this, which is 5 million, engage with your ad. Now your engagement ad, remember the 10 million was for visibility ad. Now your engagement ad is going to be targeting the 5 million people that clicked on the visibility ad is what I'm going to target with the engagement ad. Take note of it. The 5 million people that engage with the engagement ad. Now, out of that 5 million people that I will be targeting with my engagement ad, maybe I might end up getting maybe 50,000 or maybe 20,000 people that would engage with this one. Or let me even say 1 million, right? Maybe just 1 million out of the 5 million that would engage, or 800,000 that would engage with my visibility ad out of the 5 million that I targeted. So it is those 5 million people I will not, it is those 1 million people or 800,000 people or 20,000 people, those are the ones I will not target with my product ad. Remember, when I was teaching classes, I get really gets known. Engagement ad gets you liked and trusted. Then product ad gets you transaction. Do you get that? So visibility ad gets you known. Engagement ad gets you liked and maybe trusted. Then visibility ad, product ad will get you the transaction, the sales you are looking for. But most of the time, 90% of people jump straight to product ad. Now, it's really bad. It is good, it's bad and good. Let me put it that way. It is bad and good. Now, it is bad in the sense that when you generate lead under the product ad level, because these people that are interested in the product does not know you before now, they automatically does not trust you before now, it will take them time to make decision to whether to buy from you or not. Why some of the people that will show interest in this one, in this your product, what they will do if they already know a realtor in that location before, they are going to screenshot that your app, that flyer, that your video. They will screenshot it or download that your video, share that video with another realtor that is in your city or in a location close by, and ask that realtor, please, I saw this property in online. I like it. What do you have to say about it? Now, the realtor, sometimes that's why you see some realtor, for those of you who have company, or who are close to management of some company, you would have taken note that some realtors, they only come to They will only come to fill form, start with the company as rep when they are about closing a deal. Most of the time, sometimes they were a marketer or rep for another company because their customers are showing in that company's product. That's why they decide to come and register with that company. Okay, so take note of that. So that is one of the things. That is one of the things that happens when you don't run these these first two ads before going straight to product ad. Sorry, give me a minute. I need to call this guy because this call is for I'm in a meeting. I'm in a Zoom meeting. I'll call you back. Okay, back to what I was saying. So now, apart from that, sometimes I've seen realtors say, leads you generated for me. I've been following them up. They keep telling me, I'll get back to you, I'll get back to you, I'll get back to you. Some of them don't want to be the first person to, they want to see how consistent you are over time before they finally make purchasing this one. And most, before they keep telling you, I'll get back, some of you get tired and stop following them up. And you will now, when they are now finally ready to buy, they might end up contacting you again. They might end up contacting someone else. So that's another reason. And some of you don't even know how to proper follow up. Your only method of follow-up is, hello, you say you wanted to buy property. I'll call you to ask you how. How is not a follow-up, okay? But we are not follow-up today. So some of the things need to, that does not, you cannot do sales with direct ad. That is the point I'm making. But these are some of the disadvantage of running ad directly instead of running the ad in this order. Okay, so now that you know the advantage, the disadvantage, you choose your advantage, choose your own option. Are we together? Right. Question, because the next thing I'll be moving to now is by clicking on create, and we'll start. But before that, questions, please. Question. So question, unmute yourself and ask question.
Okay, sir. Good evening. During the ad section, there's a slide that you saw and says, is it carousel ad?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you show more light on it? Thank you.
I've not got to that, so that's taking us away from what we're supposed to do. Did you hear me? We start to carousel ad that I'm doing right now. Ask questions based on what we have covered already. So I don't start explaining ahead of. When I get to add, because I want to start explaining campaign now. When I get to add, remind what I mean by carousel ad. Are they there? Ask question, no shoe. Was it Tiana that asked now? Sagori. Where's the next person? Land exclusive or name the very fund this Chisom.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I know you asked question, is why I called your name. Where is it?
Mm-hmm. Sir, please, we can't hear you again.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can.
Okay, first, let me answer this question. Land Minister, good evening, sir. My question is this. Does it mean that lead and engagement ad cannot drive for you? Lead, based on explanation, the thing was clearly explained. When you get lead without running engagement or visibility ads, right? When you go straight to lead, it takes longer for them to buy. That's what I said. I didn't say it can't give you sales at all. I believe I answered that question already. All right, so next person.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to run an engagement lead before you write the one that you create familiarity or for them to know you before you run the one for converting? I don't know if you understand the question.
Yeah, I think, okay, now this is it. There's no fixed time frame. But professionally, nobody is expected to run ad below 3 weeks. When you talk about duration of ad, some of you say, I just want to run 1 week ad. I just want to run 2 weeks ad. The owners of the platform say it takes 3 weeks or 20-something days, right? For every ad to attain optimum propagation. But most of you, your ad is 1 week, your money don't even finish. 2 weeks, 3 days, your money don't finish. Ads are meant to be run for a long time for it to give good results. That's the first point I'm trying to make. Then, especially if your account, I'm taking the class assuming that your account is 100% new. Okay? Now to answer your question directly, how long should you run the ad first? Now, if your ad starts your visibility ad, if you start your visibility ad maybe 2 weeks into your visibility ad, the next ad can follow. And 2 weeks into this one, the next one follow, which means they will be running concurrently. There are some ads you can only see only if you click on the first one. Like there's some ad I run, you can't see, I'll run 3 ads at the same time. You can't see the first one. You can't see the second one until you have seen the first one. And you can't see the third one until you have seen the second one. So the condition, the method of targeting that is used is that the first one uses the normal targeting, okay? Now the second one is saying that only people that have seen this particular ad should see this second one. And only people that have seen this second one should see this third one. You can set up your ad that way. I don't know if I answer your question.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. So Tiana, now Monday night you day after, how much does it take to run for ad for 3 weeks? Okay, there's no fixed amount for running ad, okay? Number one, depend on the location you are targeting because Facebook does not charge the same amount for every location. That's number one. Number two, the objective of the ad will go a long way to determine how much they will charge you. Let's say if I'm running lead generation ad is more expensive than traffic ad. It's more expensive than engagement ad. So the objective of the ad will go a long way to determine how much you get charged. Okay? So there's no fixed amount. So with that being said, I think I can continue with the class, right? Let me see the other people in this class that I've not heard from. Land Minister. Unmute yourself and respond. And paid training is mandatory for everybody to engage.
I'm with you. What you're saying.
Don't just hear, make sure you are following.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, I run hard. It's quite all right, but I don't know if this question is on time to ask, or I just feel like, okay, let me just throw it. Maybe when you get there, you can answer, or you can probably answer me now. I run
Okay,
hard.
what's your name? What's your name? Let's start from there. What's your name?
Mr. Caleb, KK, yeah.
Caleb. Okay, KK. All right.
Yeah. So I run ads and it converts very well. But
Okay.
sometimes when I run ads, let's say let's say 1.5 months, but by the end of the month, the ad starts converting rubbish people. And meanwhile, the whole month I was getting quality leads. And then I began to wonder what has really gone on. And most of the time I turn off my ad or probably start again, or sometimes turn it on and turn it off and turn it on again. So I want to know, is there anything that is wrong with my ad settings, or it is the machine advertisement that is really against, or maybe is it the algorithm is against my whatever, or is it that I can't run advertisement as long as that?
Okay, like you heard me say it earlier, the longer the advert, the better the onion. Okay, the sweeter the results. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, that's one. Then number two, you say when you run it, at what point does it start converting rubbish? That is the point I didn't get you well. Hello?
Okay. Let's say I started like maybe 1st of June, and I wanted it to end like August ending. By the end of June or mid-July, it start messing up already.
Okay. It's a messing up. It's still converting, but the people that you are getting are not the right people.
Exactly.
Okay. You know, on the ad section, in your ad set section, there's a list that says, should this ad reach people? I don't know the right word. I can't really recall the exact word. In your place of when you're detail targeting, there's always a check box there that you can check that the platform should show the ad to where if they feel like showing it to similar people or more people, right, is going to make the ad convert more. And they should show it to those people. Do you remember there's a place like that in your asset section?
I think I'm familiar with that, but I can't really get that on like completely. But I've
Yeah.
seen something like.
Okay, thank you. That could be, I'm not saying this is exactly your challenge, but if you have always checked that box, that could be your issue. Now, this is what I mean. Let's say the ads have been converting. The platform is saying that the ad is. Now, what you call conversion is for what ad platform call conversion. That's another thing we need to understand. What you call conversion is different for what the platform, whether Facebook, whether Google, is different for what they call conversion. You say you need lead, right? And people are filling that form, automatically that conversion. It doesn't matter whether the person is a madman, the person is an aboki, the person is an idiot. What matters is that someone is filling that form. Okay? And that automatically means that the ad is converting. So now when they are showing the ad, let's say they keep showing the ad to some people, they are showing the ad to certain class of people and it's converting. But what you need to look at first is what's the word now? What is your percentage conversion? What I mean by that is percentage conversion. How many people do they show your ad to before you get one lead? How many people did they show it to before you get 20 lead? How many people did they show it to before you get 40 lead or 30 lead, as the case may be? So most of the time you would have seen that they would have shown it to a good number of the people you are targeting, and maybe it's just few among them that are filling that form. So the platform, okay, since we have shown it to most of the people who are and just few have converted, let's now extend it to the extra based on that check mark you have checked that they have the right to show it to more people outside your target objective if they feel those ones will convert. Now, the thing is, Facebook know every time you fill a form. Every platform, not just Facebook, Instagram, Google, everybody know when the platform are aware. So if you are the type that is always filling a form, so what the platform will be looking for, who among these people can we show this ad to that will fill this form so that it will register that this ad has converted. And so they keep expanding it to those people. And unfortunately, Aboki are the best people. are partner. I think they have partnership with
That's crazy.
with Facebook, and they have partnerships that always, anytime we see your ad, always feel it so that we can be fulfilling our own objective, right? So I will advise you, if you have been checking that box before, I will advise you not. Okay. But like I said, there could be other reasons for that. But based on at this point now, that's what could come to my mind for now. So, but as we progress, we'll likely see more options.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so at this point, first let me something. What's today's date? Okay, now I have my reason why I chose to do this. Now look at these ads, they have been turned off. All this on why? Because the payment the person made as at that point had finished. So this is the same person's ad, Wale. Okay, all the ad is belonging to the same person. But one of them is on because of recent he sent funds again. That please start my ad again for me. Now, instead of just, because I've not been chanced, I just added money and turned on only one because I only had chance to turn on one. And if you look at this one has 35 leads already. And if you can see the screen, what's showing on the screen, Wale of Urban Living, it's Europe and America. That is telling you that it is Europe and America I targeted. It's already having 35 leads. Why this one? I know this one, I will never turn it on. Why? Because it's just 2 leads. Then this one has 15 leads, okay? And let's look at the cost per lead. This first one that has 15 leads, the lead is coming at the rate of 3,000. That's approximately 4,000 naira, right? This one here that has only 2 leads, why I said I will not turn it on, is having 1 lead costs 11,000 plus. Then this one here that has 30-something lead, 1 lead is approximately 3,500 or 3,400. Okay. Now, most of you, when you run your ad, why am I showing you this? Most of you, those of you that are already knowing how to run ad, when you run ad, you put everything together. This is the information here in terms of the targeting options. In terms of the content of the ad, it's the same information because it's the person that on them. He has his own real estate company. They sell their houses, so it's their houses and their land that are in this particular ad. But still, I separate them. I'm going to tell you why as we proceed. Okay. Then another thing I want you to also see again before I move into creation of the ad is now talking about ad set level. Okay. Like this campaign that is on. Let me go back. This campaign that is on, right, has 2 ad sets inside. One Europe, one only Spain. This one that is Europe has 4 leads. This one that is Spain has 31 leads. So if I had only targeted Europe, automatically what will happen? I would say is 4 leads. Now this one that has Spain, you can see it's 1 lead. Let's progress. But that is not where I'm actually going to. Now see the reach of each of them. See the frequency. See the cost. And so, but that is not where I'm going to. Now let's go to ads, which is the content of the advert itself. That is where I want to show you something. Do I have that option turned on this ad account? Okay, that option is not turned. Okay. Engagement ranking, conversion ranking is turned on, but it's not yet active because I just started the ad again yesterday. So now results, as I started the ad yesterday evening till now, right? It is just 2 leads that have entered. Yesterday was when I turned on the ad again. It's just 2 leads that has entered. So you can see all of them are coming for one of the property called Okay, another thing is videos. I use 2 different videos. If you look at the name of this one say 2 and 3 megalopolis. This one say megalopolis, low quality video. One of the video is the quality of the video is very low. The second one, the quality of the video is high. The low quality video has not gotten any lead, but the high quality video already has lead. So most of the time, the reason why your ad is not converting is not the targeting option, is the content you are using for the ad. And I'll be explaining it as we progress. Okay? So this is what is making your ad not to convert thing here. This is the major power of your ad, the ad section. Why most digital advertisers teach you targeting, especially to target, narrow targeting, they have special names to call them. And when they call them those names, you guys, your head will blow. Wow, this person, now expert, now name in the call. Okay? So, but look at this section. This is what is responsible for the conversion of your ad. If this is not well done, every of your targeting here, my Jamboree. All right, so let's progress. So let's go back to campaign, so we don't get those who are not really familiar with this option confused. Okay, so now let's go inside. So I say create. Now, okay, before I even go on that create, if I don't know if I have any ad where I was targeting those based in Nigeria. If I had where I was targeting those based in Nigeria, you will see my result will be around maybe highest 1,000 naira is what is going to cost me per lead. Like, what's this lady's name that was asking how much it costs to run 2 weeks ad, how many weeks ad? It doesn't, there's no fixed amount, okay? So you can see part of, I'm going to explain how Facebook charges, but let's progress first. Okay, so back to campaign. So I click on create. So if you're among those that are following, you click on create alongside with me.
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, ask your question.
Okay, hope the recording of this class will be sent to us in the group.
No, I'm not going to send it. Don't worry, I'll send it.
Okay,
Just
thank you.
every
Please,
paid class.
please, so I could not join since. So I could not join since. Please, I'll be needing the recording.
Please, the recording should be sent to, because me, sorry, I was just eating. I just let me eat before I will join again. Now I'm watching what you're saying. Yeah. All I'm trying to say is that, you know, most of us are new here. You understand?
No problem. I will send it. I was just joking. Every paid class is always recorded. Don't worry.
Yeah. Because I need to have time and the stuff.
Okay, for me, I don't even know where you are. Because network threw me out. I don't know where you are. I don't know where to click and get that.
I was even calling you. You refused to. I don't know whether you logged out before. I was calling you.
My phone was off. If you watch, you can see that I'm using another phone. My phone was off. I refused to connect. So I have to go and bring another phone.
That one is not my trouble now.
You're saying that you have not joined.
I said I'm not following you now. I don't know. You said you mentioned.
I won't be able to go back. I won't be able to go back to where we lost you, because the reason, because I noticed I was even answering your question, or I was asking you to ask question to know whether you are following. I called this Madam Land Majesty, but you weren't responding. So I just, let's go. I've gone far a little for me to start going back. So you have to wait for the video, follow the class, then wait for the video to know how I got here. Thank you. So let's proceed. Now going to I've clicked on create. Now on clicking on create, it shows me this box. I have awareness, I have traffic, I have engagement, I have leads, I have app promotion, I have sales. Okay. Now, which of them is which? Awareness is part of visibility ad. Traffic is part of visibility ad. Okay. When I say awareness, people will just be watching my video where I just talk about real estate, where I just talk about investment, where I just talk about Delta State, where I just talk about Imo State, where I'm just talking about all the locations where I have property and why people should buy property in those locations, or why people should invest in property in general. Okay, so I could create educational video, I could create value-based video, I create informational video, and just pass out information. I'm not telling them to buy anything from me. I'm not telling them to do anything. They are just to watch the video. The most important thing is that they click or they engage by watching the video. That's the only thing I'm expecting them to do. Either to click or to watch video. Okay? That is what I'm expecting them to do. This is where I'm supposed to target the 10 million people, like I gave you the example. I'm not saying the figure must be 10 million, please, just an example. Then I now move to traffic. What do I do under traffic? Traffic is, I have a website. I want people to visit the website. When they click on the ad, it should take them to my website. I like this option so much, but a lot of realtors don't even have website. Best on a realtor should run if you have a website. This is one of the best ads you should run. You don't need awareness. What you need is traffic if you have a website. But if you don't have a website, you can go through awareness. Okay. So traffic ad. When they click on the ad, it takes them to their website. Just like go to Jumia. In fact, if somebody can help us go to Jumia right now, go to Jumia with your phone. Go to the television section where they sell television. Maybe click on any of the television and just view it, then close it back. Then before the end of this class, open it again. I bet, by the end of this class, go to Facebook or Instagram, any of the social media platforms. I bet you start seeing advert from Jumia advertising television. How many of you have experienced that before? You've seen what I'm saying before? Please indicate in the comment section, or you can unmute yourself. How many of you have had this experience before? Thank you. So how do you think that is happening? It's because they have what they call Facebook Pixel, which has been installed on our website. So when somebody go to a particular page, they know the page you went to. So they will only focus on that ad, on that product you checked on. That's the ad they are going to be showing you. So this is actually the best way to run ad. But unfortunately, most of us don't even have a website. We don't care to own a website. We don't want to own a website, and so on. So, but if you have a website, traffic ad is the best for you. Then engagement ad. Engagement ad could be video views, message on Instagram, on WhatsApp. They are all examples of message engagement ad. If I engage with your post, either by comment or sharing or liking your ad, they are all part of engagement. If I choose to chat you up through Facebook Messenger, Instagram message, or WhatsApp message, is part of engagement. If I just watch your video, it's part of message. If I click on the call button, excuse me, please, it's part of message, right? So all of these are examples of messages, examples of engagement. So if I want to use engagement ad, I can pick either of this option you see here. Okay, so, and with this, I can retarget the people again. Then the last one here is, or the next one there is lead. Lead is that they fill a form, they message you either on Messenger and Instagram, or you have the conversion pixel there, or the example of message. Yeah, examples of lead, sorry. App promotion, this is not for, this is not for real estate. Let's say for my software company now, we build an app and we advertise it for people to install the app. This is the type of ad I'll run, I'll install. Then the last one, which is, this is the one used in deceiving a lot of you real estate people. The best people to run this ad is those that are doing e-commerce business, that are selling products, hair, stuff like that. So I will not, because somebody will give you his dashboard, because I've even heard some of you have asked me that question, that the last time you were teaching us, you didn't show us your dashboard to see how your ad is converting. I don't run it on this account that I use. I don't run e-commerce ad on most of the accounts, because this is really strictly, I have to load another account that's strictly for e-commerce, which other of my team member or staff members in the organization handle. Then you start seeing things like this. But somebody will come and show you, I ran ad for 2 weeks. I spent 100,000 and I made 10 million. your head will start catching fire. Wow, this person must be an expert. The person is expert in e-commerce ad, the person is an expert in real estate ad. The principle differs, okay? So take note of that. So that's one aspect you need to take note of. Conversion ad, which is what they call sales ad, sales ad, okay? So these are some of the things, options that are available for you. But for this class, now for a realtor, which of the objectives should you work with? Lead, engagement, traffic, if you have a website. But if you don't have a website, 3 out of these options. So 1, 2, 3, out of these 4, you either pick lead. Lead is mandatory, engagement, or traffic. So you're going to choose between traffic and awareness. So you're either picking traffic or picking awareness. If you have a website, I'll say go for traffic. But if you don't have a website, go for engagement. Sometimes to minimize cost or budget, sometimes I ignore. If you have websites, you still ignore awareness, only do engagement, and so at least you must do engagement and lead. Even if you don't want to do these 2 up, you must also do either engagement and lead. These 2 must do the 2 of them. So the first test, I'm going to start from top, from bottom, not former president, from top to bottom. Okay, so take note of that. So I pick, so I click on continue. Now this is another thing that people are finding. Facebook would say choose a campaign setup. Do not tell you tailor lead. Please don't go and
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's like it's from his end.
Okay.
Let's wait for him to come in. Have they taken light again? I mean, they brought light. Maybe he wants to connect to NEPA.
You know, wherever that is in Asaba, network used to disturb, maybe.
Shay is in Asaba now. Wow. Hey, Sienna, I know you have gone to meeting. God, oh.
Where?
please, madam, mute yourself, please. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, so let's proceed. So back to what I was saying. So when I click on continue, it took me to this section. And where is it taking me to? It's taking me to the campaign setup. So the first thing I will do is to give the campaign a name. This name is not going to show for the customers to see or for your target audience to see. So you can give it any name of your choice. Like you saw that name that was on that campaign I was showing you that says a Wally something, right? So this one I can just say South Facebook ads class. I like using descriptive name. I've mentioned that before. So that's the name I give to it. Now, the next thing is, the next stage or the next thing is, this is where most of you also get it wrong again. For those of you, remember the principle is that is diaspora ad and meant to tissue, okay? Is diaspora ad and meant to tissue. So this is number 1 place where you don't know how to run the diaspora ad. So if you must run it as a diaspora ad, this is where you do it from. See, this place that says category, this is your first assignment to be able to run a diaspora ad. Please, if you get here wrong, your ad will not work. And even if you have managed to publish, they keep rejecting it. After 3 times, your ad account will be disabled. I'm announcing it now so that you don't say, Mr. Chris, you didn't tell us. Your ad account will be disabled if you don't get this point right. So this point is very, very important. And if there's anything like important, so take note of that. Now back to the point, category. So I pick category. Sorry, my internet is very slow, so it's taking time to load. So.
Mr. Christopher,
okay.
I wish I can join you because this screen you're recording is very tiny. I can't read it out. To know the particular one you mentioned, if you get it, that this is the place you get it wrong and you'll be disabled.
What?
So those things I'm not doing it. I wish I can join you so that I can.
What are you using to wash it?
Huh? I'm using my phone now to watch.
When you say join me how?
With my laptop.
Madam, but I can't.
Because I'm not following you. I don't understand anything. I'm not even reading it out. It's very tiny.
You can zoom your phone. You can zoom it and you can see everything now.
It's not zooming now. Trying to zoom in.
You can use your glass too. Maybe if you have a medicated glass, it will help you.
I presume maybe she made Mr. Chris on board while the other one is smaller. Maybe that's why she cannot zoom it. Because I can zoom from my own end too.
Because of time, please, let's proceed. So, okay, sorry, let me go out of here. You know what I'm doing. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Why can't I see my category options? Sorry, give me a minute. Let me switch this account to a different account. Not going on and off is also affecting me. So give me a minute. Let me pick. Okay. Using a different account. And please, just to take note, when you see your accounts showing this account error, what it means is that the money you paid into the account has finished. So you don't start panicking. Okay? Take note of that. So I'm starting this process again. Lead, continue, manual lead campaign, continue, waiting for it to load, give it a name, which is the same name I gave to it for South Face book ads class, right? Okay, so this was what I was looking for. That was taking time to load on the other one. So I had to switch account because of time. So now, like the point I was saying that you must select in order for your account not to be disabled before Madam Majesty was asking question, right? This is it. Credit, employment, housing, and social issues. Now, what do I mean by these options? Credit, What does it say? Add for credit card offers, vehicle loans, long-term financing, or other related opportunities. Employment, ads for job offer, internship, professional certification programs, or other related opportunity. Housing, ads for property listing, home insurance, mortgage, or other related opportunities. Social issues, elections, or politics, ads about social issues such as the economy or civil and social rights, election, or political figures or campaign. So where do you guys think you fall here? Hello?
I think we fall in housing.
Yeah, you fall in housing by default. Yeah, you actually fall in housing by default, but you can also add this one. Credit. Yeah, but by default, where you fall into is housing. Because of financing that is on the credit part, so you can actually pick credit also. Sometimes I even use only credit for real estate ad and it converts well as well. Okay, especially for those of you who are doing, what do you call it again? Buy to sell. Those of you that does buy to sell, please always remember to choose credit. All those your buy to sell and cashback, there are different names you guys call them. Always choose that because most of the time your ad will not be approved if you don't pick any of these options. Okay, so that's the first thing. And why do you need to pick this? When you are running ad that is targeting diaspora, you must pick this option. Why so? The reason is because they are not like Nigerian. In the developed country, due to the whole issues of racism, segregation, and stuff like that, it is now part of their constitution that any ad that has to do with the basic needs of life must be seen by every adult. And the basic needs of life include housing, which is shelter, okay? So anybody from 18 is entitled to see any advert that has to do with housing. What that also means is that, please be taking note to what this also means is that you cannot increase the age above 18. What do I mean? In Nigeria here, if I want to run ad, I start my targeting from around the age, say, I'll start my ad from maybe age 28 most of the time, 25, 20, 28 most of the time, that's what I use, 28 and above, 28 to 55 or 58, that's what I use in most targeting, okay? Those are the common age grade. Choose these options, right? And the reason why I'm choosing this option is because I want to target maybe European countries or American countries, okay? That's the reason why I'm choosing these options. And for this reason, when I get to the place where I'm supposed to adjust the age, automatically I will not be able to adjust the age. Number two, I cannot also say that I only want men or I only want women. I cannot also adjust the gender. Number three, I cannot also target people maybe based on their educational qualification. It can only be based on their interest. So take note of that. I want to believe. Please, I'll give room for question here because I know this part is very vital. So I give room for questions. Because diaspora, I had to generate diaspora lead, I had to generate diaspora lead is number one difference between diaspora lead and Nigerian based lead type option.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
this is the place you say we should, that if we make mistake, our account will be disabled, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you want to target, why do you choose 28 instead of like 25 and above?
Because the common age in Nigeria, there's a statistical age that when you say people that own property in Nigeria, right? They are from within that age grade in Nigeria. The common, yes, there's a new trend of young people now also working towards owning property, or they have started owning property. But the population of 28 and above that own property and 28 below their own property, the difference is very high.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I start from that point. And like
So,
we know, sometimes 20-something still the right jam for this country. So that's my reason. That is when I'm targeting those in Nigeria here.
Okay, you're talking about Nigeria here. I thought you were talking about the diaspora.
No. I said if I'm targeting Nigeria, right?
Oh,
the age grade I'm going to start from is from 28 and above. But if I'm targeting European countries, I will not. Number one, if I choose this option, I won't even be able to adjust the age self. So I must start from 18. Okay. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So with this option, if I'm targeting those outside this country, any of the European countries, or most of the European countries, most of the American, North America or South American countries, some of the Asian countries, I am meant to choose from 18 and above. But if I'm targeting those in Nigeria here, most of them don't have money. So I will have to start from the age of people I know will have money to buy property.
Okay.
All right, any other question?
Okay, so there is something you wanted to explain in that diaspora aspect of it before Land Majesty asks you a question. I don't know if another person observed it, but you didn't say anything about it again before you now skip to campaign name.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't really recall, but maybe when I recall, I would do that.
Okay.
Any other question? One more question before we move on. Time is going.
Okay, so please, in this case of campaign name, you said we should target two, that is this credit and housing, right? For our
It's
real
not
estate.
mandatory. It's not mandatory, but you must choose one of them. At least you must choose one of them. It's not mandatory for you to choose the two, but it's either you are choosing housing or you are choosing credit, or if you like, you can choose the both. But you must choose one out of these two.
All right. All right, that's okay.
Okay, man. Okay, so let me leave it on the default, which is housing, and proceed. Now, when you choose, after choosing the category, then you start seeing country. For those of you who have been running ad, by default, it is under ad set that you go on to choose country. But when you are targeting European countries or diaspora countries, by the time you choose category, automatically it will also tell you to choose country. Now, when you see country, you see countries here. Now you see Nigeria, it will select your default country where you are running the ad from. That is where it's going to choose. But that does not, now this is another mistake some people who run ad make. They'll see Nigeria here, they will leave Nigeria here and still add other countries to it. And at the end, it is Nigerian people. They will say, I did diaspora targeting, I used the special ad category, but it's still Aboki that saw my ad. So to avoid that, when you get here, start by removing Nigeria. So no country is selected now. Then I go back there and start picking the countries that I want. You see countries, click here, then you can see. If you know the people you want to sell the property to, they are in Afghanistan fighting war, please choose Afghanistan. If you know they are in Albania, choose their Algeria, right? Now, so the next thing is now to start using your head. Which countries of the world do we have more Nigerians? Okay, this one is not digital marketing. This one is you knowing your data. This one is you knowing your target audience. Where can you find Nigerians outside this country? This is not digital marketing. Digital marketing will not teach you this one. You do your own research to know where you can find Nigerians. But by default, there are two locations where you have more Nigerians: US and UK and Italy. These are the three countries with highest Nigeria in America and Europe. So those are by default. Everybody know, most persons know this. US, UK, and Italy. These three countries has the highest number of Nigerians. Then if you're now talking about within Africa, South Africa, Niger Republic, these are some of the countries that has the highest Nigerians. Okay, so these are information you need to have. But that doesn't mean that these are the only countries to target, okay? So just for general knowledge from experience, I will just mention some for you. So these three that I've mentioned, you also add countries like Sweden, you add countries like Germany. Like if you want to see true Deltans, Delta people, they travel more to, especially those from what do you call your former governor states. They like Germany a lot. Okay, you find them there. So if I want to see true Delta people, people who are actually from Delta, you find them in place like Germany. So US, Ireland, Netherlands, okay, so these are some of the countries you would find a lot of Nigerians. The list go on and on. I can't start mentioning all of them now. I have a list of all the countries we target somewhere, but can't start mentioning all of them right now because I can't even remember all. But as you scroll through, you will be seeing countries like even Belgium. Those Nigerians that are looking to pursue football career, most of them travel to Belgium to go and start trials and stuff like that. Sorry, Canada is there too. It's a major country with, I think, so there are 4 countries that actually has the highest population: US, UK, Italy, Canada. These are 3 countries, 4 countries with the highest Nigerian population outside this place. So UK and US and Italy within the European countries. Then within the Europe countries, then US and Canada within the North American countries, just like that. Dubai is a place for enjoyment. Let me put it that way. Dubai is a place for enjoyment. Not really people going there to live. Most people you find in Dubai, they just go there to cash fund. There are very few Nigerians that really live there, work there, do stuff there. Okay? And even if you are finding Nigerians that are there, they are not people from the south or the southeast. Most of them are the non-tenants. So you need to understand. I mentioned South Africa already now. So these are the things you need to take note. I mentioned South Africa already. Within Africa, the ones I'm mentioning are within Europe and North America. And I also remember mentioning South Africa and what do you call Niger as countries within Africa. I mentioned that already. Okay, so some others you have to try out by yourself to see which will convert well for you. Okay, but I just gave you some guidelines on how to pick. You can do your research. If you Google countries with the highest Nigerian population, you will see them. All right, so I'll just pick 1 or 2 because of time and just continue the class. Let me just pick UK. Say add US to it. Okay. Now, after picking the countries, you are going to see an error message, like what you see here. Review special add category update. Okay, you see an error message either in blue or red, right? When you see this message, don't panic. Click on it. It will pop up a box like this. Click on modify ad set and the error message will disappear. Take note of that. Make sure you look out for that error message. It will always appear. Mandatorily, it will appear. So when you see it, you either see it in red or you see it in blue. click on it, then click on update. It will disappear. Or modify, click on modify, then click on update. So 3 clicks. Click on date, 1. Click on modify, 2. Click on update, 3. So take note of that. So that is what you see. Then this still remain constant. The lead generation objective is what we chose before. So that's the remain there. Then advantage campaign budget. Advantage, another thing they don't teach you, 90% of digital marketers don't teach you is, or your digital marketing coach don't teach you is this part. This part is meant to be turned on. By default, it's always off. Always remember to turn it on. Now, this is where you put your budget from. Instead of adding if you don't turn it on, that means you have to go to ad set to specify your budget. But professionally, it is advisable to put it on and specify your daily budget from here. So let's say if I'm using diaspora ad, I use from 10K per day. 10,000 naira per day is what I use. Minimum 8,000 naira. That is, that is for diaspora. Please take note, not Nigerian based. Okay, diaspora within 8,000 to 10,000 naira. There are some that I use that some of the clients who work for use 20,000, 30,000, depending on their budget. But the minimum I've ever used to run ad for somebody for a very long time now is, especially with the hike of dollar to naira, okay, is 8,000 naira. Now, after that, there's another thing for you to choose again. Campaign bid strategy. Campaign bid strategy. When we say campaign bid strategy, what do we mean? How do you want to be charged? That is the simple meaning of campaign bid strategy. We have the highest volume. We have so the two options you have to pick are between highest volume and cost per result goal. I prefer the cost per result goal option. If you use the cost per result goal option, right, you could, even though you have specified 10,000 naira, doesn't mean that they will spend the entire 10,000 naira. But if you use highest volume, be rest assured that they will finish the 10,000 naira, and even if you still add more money there, they will still collect. So use highest volume. That is only if you are running lead generation. Let me also specify that. This is the point where you should choose cost per result goal is when you are using lead generation, when your campaign objective is lead generation. But if it is not lead generation, what should you then choose? Is the next question. If it is not lead generation, you could choose other option like highest volume is the best option. If you're doing awareness, highest volume. If you're doing engagement, highest volume. So take note of that. At this point, I am done with my campaign section. If you look at the left-hand side of the screen, you would have seen campaign, which is where we are currently working on. You see 3 labels there. This up one that I gave a name, South something, that is the campaign section. The next one is ad sets. The next one is ads, okay? So these are the 3 options. I'll finish setting up this option. So I'll just scroll, check again to be just recheck what I'm doing to be sure. Okay, let me also clarify one thing. It is not that it will not convert, but it is advised that you should target countries if you're combining countries, right? If you must combine countries that are within the same time zone. Take note of that. It is advisable to combine countries within the same time zone. Like US and UK now, they are not in the same time zone, okay? The UK is even closer to Nigerian time zone, just I think an hour difference. But US is like almost as at this time now, they should be around 2. I know my clients in the UK, in the US, 7 a.m. here, no, 7 p.m. there. How is it again? 7 a.m. here is 2 p.m. over there. I can't even recall the timing arrangement again, but at least we have a lot of clients in the US, Nigerian based, who are based there, and even some foreigners who are based there that will build software for. Okay, so you need to understand the time zone of the countries you are targeting as well, right? So just take note of that. So question, before I click on next, because at this point I will be clicking on next. By clicking on this next, it will take me to add set. So I either have the option of clicking on next or clicking on add set. Either one will still take me to add set. Questions?
Okay, sir, please, I got lost from that place you said we should click on modified or update. I click on modified, so I got lost from there.
Okay, after clicking on modify, what now happened to you?
They took me to where I'm seeing advantage campaign budget.
I've explained that, and I thought I just explained advantage campaign budget. Look at it, the advantage campaign budget.
I didn't get that.
And
okay,
I said turn it on. Turn it on. That's what I said. Turn it on. Then specify your daily budget.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, welcome. Any other person? One more question. What I'm saying is we'll not finish this class today. As before I finish, if I'm to slowly explain it, we might enter 12 o'clock. That's just the truth. But let's proceed. Let's see how far we can go with add set. I don't want to rush the class. So at least when we get to add set.
Let's do and stop so that we carry on maybe the next section. Don't rush it, please.
Don't rush it, please, Kwa. Yeah, you don't know I have other classes or I have other engagement. My Lagos people, I complained that I've dedicated myself to Asaba people.
Yes, now.
Okay. Say yes, now.
Okay, so I also want to ask, because under this campaign bid strategy, I'm seeing different options. Is there any particular
I explained that one. I say when you are doing lead generation, always choose cost per result goal. But if you are doing things like engagement, traffic, awareness, you should choose highest volume. And I chose cost per result goal because I'm doing lead generation. But that does not mean that you cannot pick highest volume. I prefer, and I also explained that with highest volume, your daily budget, they will spend it completely and even spend more if you have more money there. But if you use cost per result goal, they might end up not even using up your entire daily budget. I explained that already.
All right, thank you.
Okay, somebody was trying to say something before Liberty spoke. Okay, I click on next. Next takes me to add set, which is the same thing that is here. So I give it a name. So let's say I want to target US. Okay, US. Then how do I need my lead? Do I need them to go to fill a form? Do I need them to go to my website? Do I need them to either fill a form or call me, go to my website or call me? Multiple options. Do I need them to just message me on Messenger? Do I need to option for filling a form and also sending me message on Messenger? Do I need them to, hello, hold on, I'm just explaining, I'm not asking you. Do I need them to go to message me on Instagram? Which of the option do I need them to do? So I will not have to choose, okay? So by default, I'll leave it on the default one, which is instant form for now. But the truth is, like I said before, website is still better at all the time. But let's proceed since most of us don't have websites. So let's say form. Now, the next thing is I'm going to have to pick the page. Now, my Facebook page would come in here. So I'll have to select my Facebook page. Okay. All these are pages that I have access to. So let's say I pick one of them. Because of time, let me just pick anyone. Okay, one is already selected here. Imaginative Tech of this is my company page. Now, if you are running lead generation ad for the first time, please take notes. Always remember to view this and click on accept terms and conditions. Else you will not be able to proceed. The ad will not be approved. Always remember that there is a place that says view terms and conditions. That is if you are doing it on that page for the first time. On that page for the first time. Let me see if I can see a page that I've never used to run ad before. And maybe I could show you what I mean by that. Especially has 2 pages here. Evans Toast Property. I know we've used this to run ad before. I doubt if there's any page here that I've not used to run. Okay, let me try this. I'm not sure if it will be, but let me try this. Oh, thank you. So by clicking on this page that I've not been used to run that type of ad, if I say terms of service not accepted, you can't run lead ad until your Facebook page accept Facebook lead generation terms of service. Now, this is our client in Houston, Texas. Okay, it's a medical company in Nigeria that owns an hospital, a medical center in US. So we've been managing his account. We've not started running, though we've been doing Google ad, not Facebook ad, because they prefer to use Google ad over there. So now, if your own case is the same, you have never run a lead generation ad before, you will see something like this. So click on view terms and conditions, then click on I agree to terms and conditions. It is only when you do this, you can now proceed. So take note of that. Is it clear? So now after that, I proceed to cost per result goal. Now, cost per result goal, how much are you willing to spend for every one person that fills the form? How much is the maximum you are willing to spend for every one person that fills the form? What is the maximum you are willing to spend for every one person that fills your form? Okay, that's what this is asking. Now, I'm telling them that I'm willing to spend the entire 10,000 for one person that fills the form. But that does not automatically mean that they are going to deduct 10,000 naira when one person fills the form. This is like if any of you here understand how auctioning works. When you go to auction, where they are auctioning things, you have to bid. Okay, so you bid. That you bidded a particular amount does not mean you're only bidding to be the highest bidder, not that will be automatically the amount you will pay. Okay, so there's how bidding works. So it's the same thing that applies here. And I don't know what is here. I think, okay, because of everyone, I don't know if everyone was in the free class where I was explaining the ad ranking formula. Okay, so I bid 10,000 naira. That's the point. I'm bidding. I like to make my bid very high. So that, but like I said before, that does not mean that they are going to deduct the entire 10,000 naira. You can see those ads that you saw where they were deducting 3,000 for lead per lead, right? At least that show you an example. They are deducting, but what I bid there is either 8,000 or 10,000, but still they were collecting 3,000 thereabout. Okay, so take note of that. So going on, the next thing is you see dynamic creative. Please don't touch dynamic creative, just leave it the way it is. Then you get to the point that says budget and schedule, right? Leave budget and schedule the way it is. Normally, this is where you're supposed to specify when your ad should start and when it should end. Please leave it the way it is, okay? That is just what I will advise, leave it the way it is. Thank you. Now let's proceed on to audience. Now this is where the main work of targeting starts, audience. So when you get to the point of audience, okay, you will see create new audience, use saved audience, you see create new custom audience. So I will start by educating you on using create new audience. Now, after you pass that create new audience part, right, you will see location. Remember, the country we are targeting is US and UK, but I still see Nigeria here. So just like the way I remove Nigeria from the other section, you also come here and remove Nigeria. Take note of that. You also need to remove Nigeria. Then you now start specifying the countries you have chosen on the other side is the same countries you must choose here. You can't put country that, in fact, you won't even see. Let's say I want to add Germany. I didn't select Germany in the other side. Let's type Germany. You will not see Germany. Germany will not come out. But now let me type United Kingdom or UK. You can see it has started coming out, United Kingdom. Why? Because I chose it in the other side. So you can only, any country you know you want to target in the ad set level, you must choose it at the campaign level. These are part of the principles that make the diaspora ad options. Okay, when you hear people say, this person is an expert, I target Nigerians in diaspora, I get Nigerians in diaspora lead. This is part of the trick, okay? And this is where a lot of people, I don't know why, as far as I'm concerned, this is very simple. But I don't know why so many people don't seem to get it right. And my ad is disabled, my ad is disabled, my ad account is disabled. Why? Because of things like this. They will go there, choose, some will succeed in choosing another country there, but come here and leave it on Nigeria, and the ad will not be working. Some would leave Nigeria in the other side and be coming here to be looking for US or Germany to target here. So this mix-up is what, so any country you choose at the campaign level, the same country you must choose at the ad set level. So take note of that. Okay? So I just see United States. So please know the names of the countries also. Another challenge I hear people say, they will just come here, just the way I type US here. Somebody will now come here and be typing US. US is not showing, no. US is not showing. I've been trying to select US. US is not showing. They are not giving me option for US. Please, there's no country called US. It is called United States. So don't go and make the mistake. So type it completely. United States. Don't go and type US, or some will even be typing America, like saying now you give them the name America, and you won't see America, they will start complaining. So please, this is how you type it. Take note of that. So I've picked the two countries that I picked in the other side. Though sometimes I can pick 2 countries or pick 5 countries in the other side, but I only pick maybe 2. Let's say I pick 5 in the other side, I will only pick 2 here. Why? Sometimes I'll just pick the exact one I want to use. So take note of that. The reason why I pick 2 in the other side, so when my ad, let's say I pick 5 in the other side, I come here to pick only 2. When my ad run to a certain extent and it has started attaining what we call diminishing curve, okay, those are terms that I don't know whether to even explain them to you guys, because you guys are not into digital marketing. What you are into is real estate. So those terms are not really too important for you. But the point is that when every ad goes up and start dropping, that is just the reality. No ad goes up consistent, but there are strategies to make it go up consistently. When your ad, some ads start low and start going up, but after a while, it must definitely get to a diminishing point. So what we do is we edit the ad and publish it again, or optimize the ad and publish it again, either by, so if I had 3 countries in the other side, 5 countries in the other side, and I was only working with these 2, when the ad gets to a point whereby it's no more giving me the result that I expect, I either start by adding one of those other countries out of the 5 I'm using 2 already. I might just remove these 2 here and put the remaining 3 or 2 from the remaining 3 that I've not used, and the ads keep going on. I just republish and it keeps running for me. Or I can start editing the content of the ad just like that. So, but let me not get you guys confused for now though. So just pick 2 in the other side and pick 2 here, or pick 1 in the other side and pick 1 here. Just work like that for now, so you don't end up getting confused. So I picked my countries, then I proceed. Remember earlier I told you that because I have chose special ad category, I cannot adjust the age. Look at it here. 18, can't adjust it. Same with here. 65 plus, I can't adjust it. Same thing here. All, no, I can't choose men, I can choose women. Same thing here. But when it comes to detailed targeting, there's option for detailed targeting. So, but detailed targeting, for those of you who know how to run ads before, you understand that when you click on browse, you're supposed to see interest, you're supposed to see behavior, and you're supposed to see demographics. So there are 3 options here. But when you choose that special ad category and want to target European country, they remove demographics, they remove behavior. So you only have interest. So take note of that as well. So, but before I start another thing is because I am only looking for Nigerians, I'll always remember to put English all. Take note, always pick the one that says all in brackets, all English. Don't go and put US English or put UK English because people put them according to what they like. So if you put English also, you have picked, no matter the one the person specified on his profile, you have picked it already. So take note of that. Now, coming back to detailed targeting. Now that there is no thing that relates to Nigeria here, because when you check here, there's nothing that you will see that relates to Nigeria here. Interest, accounting. So I'm targeting US. It's not only Nigerians that has interest in accounting. So all the options here, they are not specifically for Nigerians alone. That's the point I'm making. So they are randomly for everybody. And this is another reason why diaspora ads are more expensive. And this is another reason why your targeting is mainly here, not even here. Your main targeting work, the work you're going to do to call out the Nigerians, you have to do it at the ad level, not the ad set level. From the content of your ad, that is why people that will see the ad will know that this ad is talking to Nigerians so and not to Yimbo. Because when I'm targeting US now, in that US, there is somebody from US, a citizen of US in US. There are citizens of other countries in US, and there are Nigerian citizens that are also living in US. So different persons are there. So you can't specify that only the Nigerians there that will see the ad. There's no option here for you. Unlike when you are running normal ad before now, though this was a recent, when they implemented this new rule, I think just like 2-3 years ago, when this rule was implemented, or let me say going to 4 years now, when this rule was implemented, right? When this rule was, before this rule was implemented, you could target people that attended Lagos Business School. You could target people that attended Nnamdi Azikiwe University. You could target, so by default, you know that majority of those that will see the ad will be Nigeria because there are no Oyibo that come to, if I target US and I say the ad should be shown to only people that are specified that they attended Nnamdi Azikiwe University, automatically, the majority of the people that will see the ad will be Nigerians. But there's no more option like that here. They've removed all of those options whenever you choose the special ad category. So these are part of the reason why a lot of people are now struggling with their advert converting. This is to 11. So let me ask question and maybe we'll end here for today. Or let me give you room to ask question, then we'll end here for today. I've been talking for, since around 5 o'clock till now because I was on a class before your own class, or I was in a strategy section that started around 5:30 till the start of your class. I immediately stopped the class and joined you guys before I lose my voice. Conference is coming. So
honestly, in fact, I'm even tired for you. Hey, you really tried though. It's not easy. Talking for how many hours? Non-stop. Thank you so much. Thank you,
So
sir.
I want to ask, because on Sunday you talked about, we're just discussing about this website, and you said that we can as well as open like some minor website like tap links like the likes. So I want to ask, if for instance I open a tap link website and I want
okay, go ahead, finish your question.
And I want my conversion to go to my website, which is the tap link. Will it get there, or must it be a normal standard website that I will only create for me to send my conversion there?
Okay, truly, I'm not really 100% certain what you are saying, but in terms of the types of website, but what I remember saying that day is that build a small website, right? Have your own domain name linked to your website. That's just the point. Provided it's a standard domain name, .com, .ng, .this, .that, it will definitely work. And another thing is, there is also, the truth is advertisement is broad. That's just a reality. No, most of the time, you hardly see people that is willing to teach you completely. That's just a reality. Advertisement is broad. Because if one is teaching you how to drive traffic to the website. There are factors they also need to tell you about the website. Another reason why some people don't convert when they have website is that in that website, right, you are not the one that built the website, but there are things that are supposed to have been included in the website that will make that hard to convert. That the person who is building the website, there's always a disconnect some of the time. The person who is building the website does not know how to run ad. So he doesn't know what to include on the website that will make that website to convert. For example, if your website is loading too slow, what is the minimum speed that is required for an advert website? So if the speed of the website is too slow, that could affect the performance of the ad. Number two, if the website content, just like the write-up of your ad, does not match what is on the page of the website you are taking them to, your ad will not perform well as well, because it will be said that your relevancy score is low. Because I see on the website, on your ad, you are explaining a property in Ibuzo, right? But on the website, maybe there's no such explanation explaining that same property in Ibuzo. Automatically, there is a disconnect between what we call relevancy score. When they say a website is relevant, the content of the ad must be matching what is on the page of the website. So those are some of the other factors. But can you drive traffic to your website? The answer is yes. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question?
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, my question is this, sir. My budget is still in dollar instead of naira. How do I change it to naira? My budget is still in dollar instead of naira.
You have to go to the ad account settings to change that. And I hope there's no card saved there.
No, sir.
So you are paying the money into the ad account. Your card is not
so
saved.
Where can I see the ad account settings? Please, where can I see the ad account settings, sir?
That's what I'm showing you here now. See my mouse. See where my mouse is. Can you see my mouse?
Not really. Okay.
You see advertising settings. Or you can even do it from here. Another place to do it from is business settings. It's easier from business settings. When you go to business settings, you now see ad account, the name of that your ad account, click on it. You click on settings, you can change it from there.
Okay.
Okay, sir, please. I learned that there's some card that do not accept ad. So I don't know if you can tell us the cards that accept card that we can use to run ads.
Card that accept card that can be used to run ad. All right. When it comes to card, the first thing you need to know is that during the Buhari era, initially all Nigerian cards could work on all platforms, especially MasterCard and Visa could work on all platforms. But at some points during the Buhari era, there was a restriction on corporate accounts by default can only spend $50 per month in a foreign platform. So you can only use your card to spend up to $20 maximum. That is for a business account. But if it's an individual account, they now restricted it to $20 per month. But because of those plenty restriction back and forth, most of the advertisement platforms decided to remove Nigerian cards. Now, but nevertheless, they now also introduce another option where we call, there are now two types of Facebook ad accounts. There's the prepaid account and the postpaid account. Now, when you are running, the next option is, when you are using the prepaid, when you are using the prepaid account, let's say you plan to spend 100,000 naira for your ad, you pay the entire money into the ad account. And how do you do that? With this, my account permits me to do that. It'll be asking for one password, which only my team members have access to now. Okay, let me try okay, because of time, I won't like to go there so I don't start working to come back here. So back to what I was saying. So when you click on adding money to your ad account, don't use the option of saving the card there. If you try saving the card there, it will not work because it won't be accepted. But if you use the option of trying to pay the money into the ad account, and how do you do that? When you get to the point that tells you to choose card, you will see MasterCard option. Okay, you would also MasterCard / Visa. Then you will see an option that say pay you, P-A-Y, then U, just the U as in alphabet U. Okay, that's what you see. It's called pay you. Is a Nigerian gateway, payment gateway that collects money from our Naira card and save it on the ad account. So when the money is saved there, as you are running the ad, that's where they will be debiting from. When that money finishes, you saw earlier when I was showing that account error, when that money finishes, they will not tell you account error. What it means is that you should add more money to continue. This option to me is even more preferable to avoid the option of that, somebody is hacking my account, somebody is doing this, somebody is doing that. That option does not save your card there. As you put in the card details, they will just debit that amount you have specified. And when you go to the ad account, you see your balance. The money will be saved there. Sometimes, like if I open some of my accounts, you see 1 million, 3 million, 500,000, 200,000, 300,000, just like that, saved on some ad account. So as you're running the ad, they're debiting from there. So running the ad, they're debiting from there. That's how it goes. So as you run the ad to an extent, when the money finishes or before the money finishes, you can go back to that place again, add more money, just like that. That's the option. If you are using this option I'm explaining, all Nigerian cards are acceptable, exception of VAV, Visa card and MasterCard. All Visa card and MasterCard are accepted. All Nigerian Visa card and MasterCard are accepted if you are using the prepaid method. But if you are using the option whereby you have to save your card there, they will start to be debiting you. Somebody click one, they'll debit 1 naira from your account. Somebody click 2, they debit 2 naira from your account. If you use that option will not work. So I guess I must have answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, thank you for the class. Yeah, I think last class or the one before, you on that ads manager, you indicated something that maybe I could likely trace or track my ads. We were saying something like a high performance and then the one that is not performing well. Then you turn it off, but I couldn't get that interface on my Facebook ad account.
Did you join the class late? I started by wanting to show that I think I took them to that area, but the ad account I was using then, there were no ads there, so they didn't really show that. They will say, place I went, I don't know, were you in the class when I was showing a conversion relevancy score?
No, I think my network was pretty bad that day.
No, I mean today's class. I'm talking about today's class.
Yes. I've been, like, I started from the beginning, yes.
Then you must have seen me go to a place for relevancy score, but I didn't. But I will still explain that. Don't worry about that. I will still explain that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other? So, like we said, I don't know why most people there. This is one challenge I always have with classes like this, conferences like this. That this period that one is taking time to explain. Some people now have not been attending this section. During the conference now, they'll start drawing us back. So this class, for the fact that half of the class is not, or people coming for the conference, or more than half is not in this meeting, obviously mean that we are still going to almost repeat this whole thing. And at the end, we might not be able to cover as much as we plan to cover. We'll start rushing the whole thing. So I don't know. If you know those who are in that, although I will still drop message, who are supposed to come for the conference in that group that have not attended the class, please inform them. Some of you, they are your friends. Please let them know. And when you don't repeat or attend to them during the conference, they tend to make you look like you're a bad person. So please, it's always good. It's not convenient for me. I'm not enjoying having these sections. Let me make it very clear. I don't enjoy having this section. Like I said earlier, I've been talking for how many hours now? I have other things I do. I do consultation. I'll still go back online, come back online this night, maybe around 2 o'clock to have a meeting with my diaspora clients. So I would have preferred to rest, but I feel like, especially for the fact that this is the first conference we're having in this region, anybody that attend the conference should be able to get the highest level of value from the conference. And the only way we can do that is when we cover as much as we can cover. Okay? So it's not because of the amount. In a conference like this in Lagos, but I think I saw Hope was here in the class just now, which is a Lagos also. They know a class like this kind of Zoom class, I'll charge 150,000 naira, Zoom class. Okay? Not to talk of physical class. My physical classes are more expensive, 250, 500 and above. One single class. So we just choose to bring down the price. One, because this is still a developing market. Number two, this is the first time we are having a training here. We want everybody to see the value of what we can offer and stuff like that. And also with the government agencies that are coming or government representatives that are coming, they will not feel comfortable if the hall is not full. So these are part of the reason why we reduce the price, because this is an opportunity for us to collaborate with the government agencies and stuff like that. So they will appreciate more, because like today now, the Surveyor General was asking me how many persons are coming. Hope we have created enough awareness. So these are the reasons why we reduce the price. These are the reasons why we are taking our time to make sure the government agency appreciates what we are doing. That, wow, at least. Because some of you have been causing problems, so especially those of you that are developers, you have been causing problems for some of these government agency. Like I remember one of them where Sobia Shubuna even mentioned 2 real estate companies that some of you are their realtors, but I wouldn't want to mention their name. Like this company, these people have been giving us trouble here. They buy land everywhere, they start estate and causing commotion among communities and government officials. So this is an opportunity for them to educate people, tell people the left from their right. Okay, so this is the reason we are taking our time to do all of this. I want to give more time to this government agency, other speakers to handle most of these sections during that day. So that's why the things that require detailed practical, I want to take them off this thing, because some of you internet might disturb that day and might not be able to cover practical things. So what happens? So please, if you are here, make sure you follow the video, ask as many questions. I enjoy when people ask questions. Ask questions, provided it is within the ambience of what we are covering. Ask questions, please. All right. So, and make sure you watch when the video is sent. Some of you will be disturbing, wow, when is the video coming? When is the video coming? But when the video finally arrives, you end up not watching it. Okay. And I noticed that some people from experience, I noticed some people, when you just send it, I could just copy the link of the video without putting it on YouTube and send to you. Some people will they don't know how to log into some of you don't know how to log into your Zoom platform to watch video. I've seen that being a problem. So most of the time, I will have to either tell a team and one of my staff members from Lagos, please upload the video to YouTube first, or maybe I have to create time to do it myself. That is why there used to be a delay. Yes, some of my team members have been to tell them to come into Asaba in preparation for some videos we want to shoot and all of that. Some of our clients in Asaba that want to shoot video for that, they have started coming into Asaba. My entire video team now, most of them are in Asaba to shoot professional video, drone videos and all that. Let me even use the opportunity for those of you who don't know who want professional video with drone and professional video and you need the service, you can also shout us up. We can do that for you now that my team is around. It will be much more affordable compared to when they are coming because of you alone from Asaba, because some realtors have been calling us all the way from Lagos to come and shoot video in Asaba here. So that's just all I have to say. I don't know if there's any other question, but if there's no other question, I'll be off for today's class. But if there's question, I can still take 1 or 2 questions before we call it a day.
Yeah, I'm trying to update to Naira account, to Naira billing, and they're telling me I can update it to